Hi guys, so welcome back again to my kitchen. I am going to do a remix on my brown stew chicken that I have up. Actually, the brown stew chicken recipe was like my second recipe that I ever put up here on YouTube, and that was like when I first started 3 years ago. So I'm going to give you an updated version of the way I cook brown stew chicken in my kitchen. I'm gonna make it fast, I'm gonna make it easy, I'm gonna make it simple. So if you want to see how I cook up my brown stew chicken in my kitchen, go ahead, make sure you subscribe and let's get rolling. Now, the first thing, I could go over the chicken, right? I cook half a chicken. It's a pretty big chicken, and it's just for me, the hubby, and my daughter today. But I cook for 3 people, so that is the chicken that I'm going to use, half of that, right? So make sure you clean off the chicken skin. See, make sure you clean it off thoroughly. And you want to make sure that you wash it with lemon juice and vinegar. Make sure your chicken clean. Make sure your chicken look presentable when you don't clean it up, because you don't want to put seasoning on disgusting looking chicken, alright? So okay, I'm going to go over the ingredients that we're going to need to put on this chicken here. I have 2 stalks of scallion right there, so I have fresh thyme, right? Half an onion. When I chop it up, I just slice it up like so. Like this, right? So I'm gonna slice it up. I have a half a sweet pepper, a half of tomato. That's like a large tomato, but I'm gonna cut it in 2, so that's a half of it. Now, as far as your spices, I'm gonna put 1 teaspoon of all-purpose Jamaican seasoning. If you have chicken seasoning, you can put that on it too. And then I'm gonna put some pimento seed, half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of black pepper, and I'm gonna put a teaspoon of paprika. And guys, let me tell you, if you want to put it at scotch bonnet pepper, put it, but I'm not put the pepper in my one today. No kind of pepper, not even cayenne pepper. But if you don't want to put that in there, feel free and put it in, right? But daughter can eat this and she don't want no hot pepper in this. Even the hubby, he love it peppery, but I'm gonna have to put some hot sauce today. Now I'm gonna add my garlic. Now I'm gonna add my vinegar. If you have apple cider vinegar, use it too, just as well. And I'm gonna put my brown in. I have the Grace brand today, and I'm gonna add 1 teaspoon of browning sauce in there. If you know of the brown sugar, you go ahead and brown the sugar. But I don't put the brown sugar in brown it, because I did have one issue with all these people who are comment about browning the sugar. Of course you could brown your sugar, but remember, be careful how you're browning that sugar, because you don't want to have bitter chicken. People will chat you if you have bitter chicken in your food, you know. So make sure you know what to do when you're browning that sugar to put on your food. If you don't want to go through that long process, go ahead and buy yourself a bottle of browning. Trust me, less stress. So, come on and get this thing seasoned. Okay guys, so now let's get cracking with this recipe. Now you have your chicken here, and your chicken nice and clean. Now the first thing you want to do is go ahead and put your salt. Okay, so you put your half a teaspoon of salt. You put your half a teaspoon of black pepper. Right, you want to go ahead and add your teaspoon of all-purpose season. I'm using the Jamaican all-purpose season. That is my choice of all-purpose season as far as that goes. I'm also going to add a teaspoon of paprika. Now if you was going to add cayenne pepper, that's the perfect time to go ahead and put your cayenne pepper in. I'm going to go ahead and put my garlic in as well. Also going to have my pimento seeds in there. Now I'm going to go ahead and put my green pepper, my tomatoes. I'm going to add my onion, my thyme, and my scallion. Add all of them in there, you know. Everything. Let's go ahead and drop everything in here. The next thing I'm going to do is add my teaspoon of vinegar. Now, every time somebody asks me why I cook with vinegar, vinegar cleanses your system from the inside out. Also, I'm going to add a teaspoon of browning. Make sure you go easy with that browning, guys, because if you don't go easy with it and you over put browning by your thing, you're going to have black stew chicken. It does not name black stew chicken, it name brown stew chicken, okay? So now, with clean hands, make sure your hands them clean and everything, you go ahead and you season up that thing. Make sure you rub in all your season them in, right? Because what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make this sit. Now guys, if you want to season this thing overnight, put it in your refrigerator and let it marinate for a while. It's fine. Now if you don't have the right spices on your chicken, you could have seasoned it up from now till Judgment Day, and trust me, it's still not gonna come out right. It's all about the spices that you put on your food. That is what gives you good tasting food. It's not the length of time where you sit it down thinking that it's going to taste better than the next person one who put on the spice on it an half an hour or an hour. It's all about your spices, guys. Okay, so that is pretty good. I'm not going to put any more browning on this. What I'm going to do here, I'm just going to go ahead, cover this thing up, and I'm going to let it sit for 1 hour. That's all I'm going to do, is let it sit for an hour. And within an hour, I'm going to come back and I'm going to fry up this thing here. I'm going to show you what real original brown stew chicken from yard, or we used to cook this thing. This is brown stew chicken, the way I'm going to do it. Not boiled chicken, brown stew chicken. So I'm going to show you how this thing is going. But this is the first step, and we will see you in 1 hour. Okay guys, I have a pot here on the fire. I'm going to use this pot because I wanted to see exactly what I'm doing here. So I have a pot on the fire and I have my oil in there. As you can see, I have oil in there. I'm using corn oil. You can use whatever kind of oil you have. Now, what I'm going to do is put my chicken in, okay? You want to make sure when you're going to, before you put your chicken in, see, you want to make sure you take off all the season that you marinate with the chicken with. Don't put anything in there, none of the season, because you don't want to burn that season off. You just want to make sure you take all the season off when you get ready to move to that step. So you go ahead, you make sure that your oil is hot. So okay guys, what we're trying to achieve here is to get this into a nice golden brown color, right? You want it to come to a nice golden brown. You don't want to burn this thing. You want to fry it, not like a fried chicken to eat it like that, no. You don't want to over fry it. You want to fry it for about 5 minutes on that side, and you turn it on the other side 5 minutes, and you take it out to fry the next batch. I'm going to come back and show you the color that I want this thing to be, so I'll see you back. Okay guys, so now we're getting ready to turn this after 5 minutes. So that is the color that you need it to be. That's why you don't need to put too much browning in it, because if you put too much browning on it, then your chicken is going to be black. So that is the color that you need this thing to be. Okay? Just like that. Let me bring it closer so you can see the color. So that should be your color right there. Nothing darker than that. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish frying this, and I'm frying this on medium heat, a little above medium heat, but do not put it on high heat because you're gonna burn it. So I'm gonna go ahead and fry up the other batch, and then we'll come back. Okay guys, now that the chicken is fried just like that on both sides, okay, you want to go ahead and remove that. Now this is guys, this is something that you need to really take heed of if you want the best tasting brown stew chicken. Now the pot that you use to fry your chicken, you want to go ahead and take that oil out. Don't leave any of that oil in the pot at all. All of this goodness that you see in the bottom of that pot, that is all the flavor that you use to marinate that chicken from however long you marinated the chicken for. That is flavor, tons and tons and tons of flavor, and it's also going to give your chicken a mean color as well. So now you want to go ahead and put your chicken back in the pot, right? Just like that. So now you want to go ahead and put your seasoning on top of that. Now guys, the next thing you want to do is add your ketchup. We never made brown stew chicken without ketchup. Now guys, if you do not want to put no ketchup on it, you do not have to put ketchup on it. But this is my kitchen, and in my kitchen I'm going to put ketchup on my brown stew chicken, alright? So here we go. I'm just going to add my ketchup on top, and believe me, if you do the same thing I'm doing here, you're going to have a mean brown stew chicken in your kitchen. Also, I'm going to add a cup of water, and you put the water around the pot, not throw it directly upon the chicken, just put it around the pot just like that. And so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go ahead and cover that up, and I'm going to cover it up and let it steam on medium heat for about 30 minutes. And in 30 minutes when I come back, this thing should be all done. So I will see you back in 30 minutes. So okay guys, there you have it. Your brown stew chicken is all done. That is brown stew chicken for you right there. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this on a plate. Now you can eat this with rice and peas, you can eat it with white rice, you can eat it with dumpling, banana, yam, whatever, cassava, sweet potato, whatever you want to eat it with. But yeah, it's all done. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put this on a plate for you guys, and so you'll see what that looks like. So I will see you back. There you have it guys, I'm all done. Brown stew chicken, and that is exactly how you want your chicken to be. I'm just going to have it with a little bit of white rice. You could have it with anything that you like. So there you have it guys. Hope you like this fast and easy brown stew chicken recipe. Don't forget to like and subscribe guys. Thumbs up. Let me know what you'd like to see me cooking next in my kitchen. And as always, from my kitchen to your kitchen, enjoy! I'm going to let this cook for a good 30 minutes on medium heat. Cover it up nice and make it simmer. And when it's done simmer, it's time to eat. So see you back in a few minutes.
So this is in with your foundation, full coverage, you know, like bam. And last but not least, the last thing I tend to go for in my makeup collection is this palette right here. Let me show you what this baby looks like. It has a whole bunch of concealers. I believe it's $10 for this palette.